The Devil in Hell's Kitchen has returned to Disney Plus, which means one thing and one thing only. We are back in the wonderful world of the MCU. One of the most anticipated series of the year is back, and so are we. Welcome one and all to the With Mates Podcast! What's happening, troops, and welcome back to the With Mates Podcast. My name is Andrew Grayson, your host as ever, and once again we are back in the wonderful world of the MCU. Some exciting times are happening, and I have some exciting things to talk about here with my good friends. First of all, he is the triple barrel man, he is our fearless leader, he is our Palpatine, he is Craig Andrew Minnie.
Delighted to be back, Andrew. Delighted to be back. I have missed you guys. I've missed you all so much. Missed the watchers, the listeners. I'm so happy to be back and happy to be talking about Daredevil, man. I'm so happy to be back.
He is the smacky one, the smackiest of smacks. He smacks all your bitches up. He is. Polly Smack Pulse did it.
What? Andrew Grayson.
What is it, Paul?
I'm happy to be back.
Batman?
Batman? It's Batman. No, it's Wilson Fisk.
Wilson Fisk. Because I'm Batman. Yeah, we are back. Because I'm Batman. We are back, of course, to talk all things Daredevil Born Again. It's season 2. It is one of 3 series within the MCU that has been commissioned for a second series. Now let's put a lovely little quiz to my team. Can we name the other 2?
Loki.
Yeah, correct. Paul.
What if?
I'll give you that. That's animated, but yeah, I'll give you that. Technically 4 then.
Loki and
That's correct.
What If?
Is correct.
And Jimmy McGee.
Oh, so close. It was Wonder Man. Wonder Man has now been commissioned for season 2, which I am very excited about. Loved that series. Had a great time watching that. So season 2, I don't think they gave it a date, but it is coming. How are we, guys, before we get into this? What's been happening?
Stuff.
We like a bit of
stuff. Work, renovations, if you can't tell with the mess of this
every time Paul goes on this podcast,
we're moving
that
house,
background
guys,
is different every single time.
We're all moving house, it's fine. I've got a new couch, it's fine. I get it. Craig, what about you, mate?
Oh, mate, I earned my title as the busiest man in Scotland last month, I tell you, or this month. I suppose it still is March, isn't it? But yeah, no, I was at Comic-Cons, out my arse the last couple of weekends. Lovely stuff, taking the book to the world, The Rebel of Time, all the comic books. It's been great, it's been good fun.
Smashing, that's what we like to hear. So, before we get into Daredevil, here is some housekeeping. I'm going to do this on most episodes just to kind of give you guys and gals and NBs all this kind of stuff. The way the podcast is going to work is a very, very busy month, but it also aligns with us also being busy out with the podcast. So we are going to try and bring you as much content as we possibly can here on YouTube, on TikTok, and anywhere else that we are, Spotify, whatever. Right, so the way it's going to work, all the series this year, correct me when I go wrong, Craig, because I will go wrong. All the series this month, Invincible, we have already recorded. It is now live on YouTube, so you can go watch the first 3 episodes of that. The first episode of that where we cover the first 3 episodes of Invincible. We will then be doing an Invincible season review at the end of the series. We might cover episodes on TikTok together if there is a specific episode. For instance, this week's episode 4, was quite shite, so we won't be talking about it because filler. We also have our Daredevil. Are we doing this weekly? We're not doing this weekly. Are we doing them all?
We can. We can if you want to.
Right, cool. So Daredevil will be coming to you weekly because fuck yeah, the MCU is killing it right now. And that's something I'm going to bring up to the one and only Mr. Polly Smack about this because I seen a TikTok that fucking proved that we are back on the ascendancy. So yeah, Daredevil will be coming week to week. If not, we will let you know, but it should be week to week. If we don't do it week to week, it'll be the same as Invincible, where we will do a season end of season review. We will also be reviewing The Boys. The Boys will be week to week because it is the season or the finale of the full series overall. So we will be trying to do that 1 week.
Just going to check the schedule, Andrew.
Look, I'm pretty certain I said it was week. You know what I mean? Look, guys, we're flexible. We'll see what happens, but that is going to be the ambition. The other one is Darth Maul. Darth Maul is the animated series that's coming to Disney Plus as well. That will be a beginning episode 1 review and then a season review at the end. I'm pretty sure that's what we said. And we're going to try and slot in a couple of movie reviews in there as well because the movie season doesn't really pick up until May. Yes, Craig?
Hello, everybody. Craig Andrew Mooney here, producer on the Way to Make the Podcast. So the plan is going to be...
Spreadsheet connoisseur.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Just need to adjust my pants here. I've got the, just...
I get to schedule.
Get a schedule. There we go. Right, so Daredevil we're covering now, episode 1. We are then going to take a couple of weeks off so that we can do The Boys when it comes out. But we'll then be back with a mid-season review for Daredevil, where we cover the first, I think, 4 episodes in full. We will then be back for The Boys mid-season. We will then do the Invincible finale, which is the final 4 episodes. We will then cover Daredevil as a finale, the final 4 episodes, and then we will do a finale for The Boys.
Lovely. So if you want to keep up with everything that we're doing, at the start of each week, we will put out a TikTok where we'll be going, coming this week, and we will tell you what videos are coming, what podcasts are coming, all that stuff, and where you can find them. So we will try and keep you guys as tuned into everything that we are doing. So as I say, we've already covered the Night of the Seven Kingdoms this year, so go and check that out. We will be doing a Project Hail Mary spoiler review. We'll be recording that tomorrow, so it should be up next week. Currently we're doing Daredevil, and then all that good stuff to come. Might do a Super Mario one, don't know, just depends how the film goes and if we've got time to squeeze it in and all that kind of stuff, but we'll wait and see for that. But
hosted
that's
by Craig.
Yes, hosted by Craig. And
My
Paul will
Joker
come.
pick. My Joker pick.
Paul will. Well, that's why we kind of need to cover it.
Excuse me?
You will come in full cosplay as Luigi.
Oh, right, okay. You just didn't finish that thought, and I was like,
well,
what?
yeah.
I mean, what kind of pod do
He
you think
really
this is?
likes Mario. He really likes
it. Yeah, he really does. Not as much as Sonic, but like he really likes Mario.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of the movie draft, the movie draft is up. If you have not yet watched our movie draft episode, go to YouTube and watch it. It is one of the best.
Our best yet.
Yeah, one of the best videos, probably the best video that we've put together. A big shout out to Lara who done all the editing, and a shout out to Green Room Studio in Glasgow where we recorded. We did our, essentially it's the year of what's to come movie wise. We talk about all the movies that we're excited to do. We pick them, we try and get scores, all that good stuff. So if you've not yet checked it out, go and check it out. Right, enough housekeeping. Let's get to this. Let's talk about Daredevil, because this was one of my favourite series Netflix ever did, and then it came over to Disney Plus and they absolutely smashed it. As much as there was some troubles and some rewrites, I think season 1 was a big hit. Big fan of that. Even Paul, you said to me you enjoyed it. Like, that was, to me, I'm going, that's a seal of approval. He doesn't like anything to do with the MCU. And I'm going to take it to this point. So, Paul, you like to say that the gaming movie is coming up and Marvel and superheroes is going down. I seen a tweet that talked about, like, a lot of people are like, it should have stopped after Endgame, the MCU, because it peaked. So someone brought up a point. As of last year, right, we got Thunderbolts, which we all liked. No, Paul. No.
I went on record of not liking that movie.
Okay.
Quite famously.
The rest of us all enjoyed it. The rest of us all enjoyed it. 3 out of 4.
Depressed Superman was my 2-word review.
So 3 out of 4 of us all enjoyed it. Fantastic Four, which again, solid 7, 8 out of 10 movie. This year,
it was probably the best of the ones that came out, but I wouldn't say I was like thrilled.
So again, 2 goods, we'll say, right? This year, we've got the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out in July, which looks great, and we will talk about that on the catch-up. Yes. We've also got Daredevil season 2, which has started amazingly, and and from everything I'm hearing, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio and the showrunners, it might be the best series of Daredevil, which wouldn't surprise me just going by the start. We also get season 2 of X-Men 97, season 2 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and then we get the Avengers at the end of the year. I don't think we're back. I don't think it ever left, but if it ever did leave, I think the MCU is back, man. I think it's fucking...
Do we count the animated stuff in the same way that we don't really count the animated stuff in ways for Star Wars? Because, like, Maul, like, being great will be like, yeah, that's great. You know, that's a good Star Wars thing. Presumably it will be anyway. But, you know, it's then like...
Well,
But then there was Book of Boba Fett,
Yeah,
and that was a live action.
So
I think we do though with the MCU, because the MCU is more interconnected, and Star Wars is a fucking mess when it comes to that sort of thing. But Marvel is interconnected, so I think we do have to count the animation. Yes.
I also think as well the difference for me between the two is me especially. Right, I've enjoyed the only film I didn't really enjoy when I went to see it was Captain America: Brave New World, and that had rewrites and fucking strikes and all stuff. Right, so there are excuses for why that was so bad. However, I loved Fantastic Four. I loved Thunderbolts. I've loved most of the series that have come out. There are a couple of blunders, but in terms of what we're getting with Daredevil, and again, I've said it until I'm blue in the face, and I said it to Craig. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is one of the best animated series. It's one of the best incarnations of Spider-Man. And X-Men 97 was phenomenal as well. So the difference being is we're kind of grasping for anything in Star Wars to be good, because most of the stuff we're getting isn't, or we're not getting really much at all. So right, slight spoiler for the fantasy movie draft. We picked 20 films. 20 films. And not one of us picked Star Wars. Like, nobody picked
right
it.
There.
But
it was there
this is what I'm saying. We discussed it. I thought about it. We discussed it. But and especially because it comes out the start. It's a start half of the year. Like, it's a May release. Yeah. So we can't pick it. It's now no longer. It's not going to be featured in the movie draft unless somebody does a swap. But yeah, I think the MCU is in a very healthy place, which brings me to talk about episode 1 of Daredevil. We are just going to get straight into spoilers. If you have not watched episode 1 of season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, now's your time to pause the podcast, head on over to Disney Plus or wherever you watch your shows, and then come on back and hear what we have to say. Right, who wants to start things off?
I think I'll kick things into.
That's good. Get the negativity out the road.
Turn this negative Nancy into a positive. Oh, positive Paul. There we go. That works. There we go.
Positive Paul.
Yeah, so I think we're back and as good as ever. Really,
yeah, I fucking love that.
He said that we're back. He said, let's clip that and then just play it every time he mentions the MCU. Just go, we're back.
I specifically mean Daredevil. I like my Daredevil pocketed and isolated and cut away from the rest of the MCU. But
I think you're going to be heartily disappointed this year.
See, this is where I'm a bit worried about this season. But so far this season, I like the whole stuff on the ship's cool and all that. The characters really, really fucking violent. I do recall season 1 of this being really violent. This felt like it kicked up a notch a bit. I don't know, but and I really liked the sort of twist and stuff at the end, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But overall, I was hooked into it. I like what they're doing with a lot of the characters, like because obviously in the previous season he was in a relationship with a therapist, and she's obviously got her issues that she's taking out on other people, which. Even that's like really interesting, and just a nice through line from the previous season. So overall, I'm chuffed and looking forward to the rest of it. I just hope it maintains this high standard.
Nice, Craig.
Again, to echo Paul, I think it's carried on where it left off for sure. It is on a very, very high tier of Marvel projects for sure. I think that's been the case with that show for a while. I've said before on record that I think Charlie Cox is the best performance that the MCU has ever given as the character, and I think he will continue to do so this season. The one thing I want to praise about this show that I didn't really talk about the last time we talked about it, because I think this might be our first since the show's rebrand. I think, is this not the first thing we've come back with? I think we did Daredevil Born Again last year. Oh, Invincible. We did Invincible, didn't we? That was one of our first shows that we did.
Yeah.
Do
you mean since we've been on YouTube?
Yes, since we've been on
probably.
YouTube. Probably. So it's nice to come back with this as well, and but I think what I didn't really talk about last time was this is a very, very good ensemble show, and it has been since it was on Netflix. Like, there's the recurring characters, the slightly smaller, there's no small parts obviously, but like the slightly smaller characters in the show, they all add something really, really good to the overall plot, and they're all there for a purpose. There's no like waste in the show at all, I would say. That goes without saying. For example, the Ben's niece, who's now in the show, I think she's doing a great job. Yeah, Baby, like that. What an idea that is to add her in and kind of show that kind of mentorship with Karen Page. Like that's all a really nice thing to add in, and what she's doing in the background, playing the double agent with James Gandolfini's son, who I'm Paul. Yeah, okay, on you go, Paul. Do your impression.
Well, I was just gonna say, I really like to see the James Gandolfini's son being mentored by the criminal empire that is Wilson Fisk. Yeah.
That one oddly got better. It normally does the other way. It starts as best as it is and then gets worse. That one started quite shit and then got quite good as it went on.
Yeah. This is a business. Yeah.
Oh, there that is. There's
There's the catchphrase. But yeah, no, I think it's a very, very strong ensemble piece, and I think that really is to the show's testament that they're able to give this service to all these characters and also keep the main characters flowing through as well. So yeah, that would be my biggest compliment I could give the show so far.
Now it's my turn. I love this fucking show from top to bottom. And again, I will stress, if you're enjoying this show, not only check out New Rockstars that do the Easter egg breakdown, but they also talk about certain things that I'm starting to appreciate now. Is I've always, as a performer, because I'm an actor, I always think about it from a performance point of view. But I'm now starting to appreciate cinematography and starting to like color grading and all that kind of stuff. There are so many. So there's a big kind of theme within the first season, and they've continued it in this season, that they use colours red, white and blue. Red, white and blue. So for Daredevil it's obviously red, for Bullseye it's blue, and for Fisk it's white. And it's like there's the framing of shots and stuff like that. It's go check out New Rockstars. But there's also a partner podcast where Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Is it good?
I've not watched it yet. But it looks. I usually eat that shit up.
Yeah, me too.
I think is that on Disney Plus as well?
YouTube,
because they promoted there was something that popped up when I just literally watched it there, and there was like a podcast that pops up on Disney Plus.
It wouldn't surprise me if they put it on Disney Plus as well, but it's definitely on YouTube and stuff, because I did that as well when they did, was it Last of Us? They got the showrunners on Last of Us, and they got Troy Baker to kind of host it and stuff, and it's really insightful, and you get more in depth in that kind of stuff. But in terms of the show, right, I think cinematography wise, it's gorgeous, it's fucking stunning, the music is great. I'm loving the violence. I could sit and watch Charlie Cox just fucking do his visceral rage scream and then just fucking batter fuck out. Like, it's like, see that bit where he goes, oh, and then just starts laying in. I'm just like, oh, it's so good. Craig, you've kind of put it in that as well. There are no weak characters in this. I care about everybody's story. The undercover cop that's no longer a cop, but he's like his stuff, Karen's stuff. The BB stuff, Kingpin, his missus, the introduction of Mr. Charlie, who I'm so intrigued about. We're going to talk a lot. Mr. Charles. We're going to talk about him in more depth and stuff. But yeah, like, to me, I love the new suit, the black suit. Fucking looks great.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a symbiote?
No,
Right,
that'll be in the catch up talk when we talk about Spider-Man. But yeah, like, to me, I just feel as if it's kind of it's just picked up where we left off. I care about the story that they're telling. I love that it's bleeding into real life. Well, again, we're not political, but like, you'd have to be blind to see that there is not glaring.
What's the similarity there?
I don't know. I'll have a sip in my drink. It's a shame I don't have any glass with ice in it. Wink, wink.
See what he did there.
See what I did there. I kept it not political, but we all know what I'm talking about. But yeah,
that's
I like
why people subscribe.
Exactly. That's why you're all here. But yeah, I'm loving it. I think it's great. Right. Let's talk about Daredevil. Let's talk about Charlie Cox. Let's talk about all his stuff in this, because Craig, did you see evidence in this episode as for your, I don't think outlandish, but definitely bold claim that he's the best performer?
He is the best performer. He is the best performer in the MCU. He has given the best performance as the character. He's not beaten anybody in that sense. Even Downey, he has inhabited that character for so long, and he is without a doubt he is that character. He is that character. He will retire from that role, and it will be very, very hard for anyone to fill his shoes in the future if they ever do redo it.
See, to be honest, I feel as if I feel as if there's a lot that could be made in terms of the MCU's casting, because I think if I just fire out names that would be in that discussion at least for, and again I'm going to try and stick to MCU because technically you've got Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and Wolverine, but I'm going to stick to MCU. I think you could argue Robert Downey Jr., but that they're going to disservice themselves now because he's about to play Doom. So you go, well, he's not just Iron Man. I think Chris Evans as Cap. I think Chris Hemsworth as Thor. I think Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He's starting to see more and more people that are just saying he is the best. So yeah, I think there's quite a lot, man. I think they've done really, really well. I think even like Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther as well would have went down that way if it wasn't for his untimely and unfortunate passing and stuff.
I would be agreeing with you about Tom Holland potentially. Like, he's obviously inhabited the role. Probably more live action movies now than any other Spider-Man.
It is officially now more
trilogy. But I mean, I would be agreeing unless there was a series being headed up by Nicolas Cage playing a Spider-Man.
Oh, fucking grow up! That's not in the MCU. I'm not having that's Sony, mate. That's not in the MCU.
It's and still counts. It's
who can forget Dakota Johnson as Madam Web?
Madam Web.
Sydney Sweeney as well. She was there too.
Yeah, she
was there too.
So was Isabella Merced. I think I'm gutted she's hot girl. I think she would be a great addition to the MCU. But yeah, let's get into it. Like, so he's obviously, you had the boat scene, the major boat scene. We had some lovely stuff with Karen where they were kind of training one another. There's a lovely scene as well where we get to see him as Matt Murdock kind of coming to the kind of give advice to the was that a restaurant worker or something? I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
and then the final scene,
the person who owns the restaurant.
Yeah. The final scene,
she was like smuggling people or something, was implied.
Helping people getting in and out and stuff. But yeah, the final scene as well, where he goes to help his undercover buddy and then gets into another fist fight. Which again, man, I was just like, it's so fucking good. The choreography, he's just class. It's so good. But yeah, go on, throw some stuff to me, Craig, that you enjoyed.
I really enjoyed. Yes, that was my standout. Was Mr. Charles, like I had. Also, I thought you were talking about Mr. Charles there. Where you?
No, I meant Charlie Cox as.
Charlie Cox. Well, okay, we'll get to Shaggy in a sec.
Yeah,
but I mean Charlie Cox. Yeah, I mean I think he's just so effortless in the role now. Like he really is able just to slip into that skin and make us really want to be on his side, which is a really important trait with this kind of show. Is like you need to root for the vigilante in this kind of show, because obviously he's going to be making morally questionable decisions sometimes. He's got to, he's a much darker hero than like the likes of Spider-Man or Superman or things like that. So you've kind of got to kind of see his point of view and the way he goes about his business, but still be on his side. He walks that line so well. And I think that was epitomized with the level of violence that there is in the show. Like the fight choreography is amazing. But what I'm hoping for with Mr. Charlie Cox, I'm hoping to see more lawyer stuff, because I think that was something that was more prevalent in the Netflix show that we didn't get as much of. I think we had a little bit in season 1 of Born Again, but they kind of course corrected a bit much, because I think they kind of got a bit scared because of the notes that they got about the remember the notes that they got for that first season, where I think they said something like he wasn't in the suit till like episode 4 in the original draft, and everyone was panicking and going, oh no, he can't be a lawyer for more than one episode. And I think I got a little bit scared and they didn't do it as much as they could have, because I loved the episodes. For example, remember in season 1 when he was defending was it Tiger? White Tiger, that's it. That episode was great when he was in the courtroom doing that stuff. That was a really tense episode, wondering what was going to happen next and stuff. So I'm hoping that because obviously he's on the run at the minute, isn't he? So yes. I'm kind of hoping that we kind of get that resolved a little bit so we can get back in the courtroom, because I really do love those scenes. I think he's really good in that part of the role as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I wouldn't mind if the story took a turn where Kingpin, because he obviously knows who he is, throws him into some kind of kangaroo court, and he's forced to defend himself in like Kingpin's court.
That could be quite fun, actually. Scarecrow in Dark Knight Rises. That kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly like that.
That could be fun.
I don't see that happening this series. I don't think that happens until Kingpin is no longer mayor, which I think you'll see happen in this series. Just going by the thing that happened in the trailer for Brand New Day, which again we can kind of get into more detail a wee bit later for that. But yeah, the Charlie Cox stuff, I do enjoy seeing him as the lot. Sorry, on you go, Paul.
I was just going to ask there because I'd thought about this. Do we have any kind of confirmation? Because all I know about Brand New Day is it's 4 years after the last
Brand New Day. Brand New Day. I know what you're going to ask. Brand New Day happens after this series.
After the series, okay.
Yes.
All right.
I knew that. I knew that's where you're going. Yeah. So, but I don't know how long after, but it definitely happens after this series. Because basically the way that we're going to get it is the week after this finishes, we get the Punisher special presentation. I think it's just over an hour long mini movie for Punisher, which I think will lead then into Spider-Man Brand New Day, which I'm super excited for. But yeah, the Charlie Cox stuff.
Is there any chatter about that, by the way? Just sorry, the Punisher
about
thing, because that just came out of nowhere for me.
I knew it was coming. So if you watch again, we've done a trailer breakdown. Myself and Vash done a trailer breakdown where we go through the Spider-Man trailer. So if you've not checked that out, head over to YouTube channel.
It's good. It's good, guys. It's good.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, I'm very proud of it. Again, we've got to just geek out about stuff. I was just like, this is so good. But yeah, we talk about it there. So it was announced and we knew it was coming this year, but it was like, I think it just said 2026. There was no confirmation for the date. But now I think they've just waited for Daredevil to come. They're very strategic with how they advertise. So like obviously, because me and Vash kind of talk about when we're going to get the Doomsday trailer. I don't think we get Doomsday until Spider-Man comes out. I think the week after Spider-Man comes out is when we'll get the Doomsday trailer, because then that's where all the attention will then go to. So I think that's what they did. They got Daredevil out the day of Daredevil, I think it was, or the day before. They were like, oh, by the way, Punisher's coming out, and it's coming out right after this series ends, which is great, because now I'm like, oh, well, when Daredevil finishes, I've got that to look forward to the next week, and then 2-3 weeks after that, I've got Spider-Man. So like, I think what Marvel are doing is really, really clever. But yeah, the Charlie Cox stuff, I adore him. I agree with you, Craig. I think he's up there at least. It might not be my favourite, but he's up there as defining as any other character as Daredevil and Matt Murdock. And he's like, the thing I'll always love is just to see his blind acting. His blind acting is fucking great. I'm sure he got an award from like the fucking Blind American Association or whatever it was. Like, they gave him it because they're like, mate, you're doing this really, really well. I love the choreography. I love the fight and stuff, and I like that he's Tap Shagger. It's another series where he's just like, yeah, come on over. Who's it? Whoa, you're laughing? He's been with She-Hulk. He's been with Karen. He's been with a lawyer. I'm pretty sure he was with Jessica. He flings it about. Like, that's what El Chaza does.
She-Hulk is not canon.
She-Hulk is canon. No, it isn't. It's canon.
It's not canon.
It's canon until Secret Wars, until they blow her up.
You could say it's now Karen, not canon. Thank you.
Or not.
Thank you.
I'll add applause in there. But yeah, like, to me, I think it goes without saying that Daredevil's going to be the highlight of this. As I say, I love the ship scene. Anything they have mastered the corridor fight, the use of shadows and light, and just they make him so. I'm not like, obviously the character is more iconic and like bigger, like Batman, but some of the stuff they're doing with Daredevil with the like the shadows, and now he's got his sticks that like flat, like all that stuff. I'm just like, fucking, like, it's proper Batman energy. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
That ship scene right at the start where he's
it reminded me. Yeah, it reminded me of Batman. Yeah,
it was so Batman, and it's so like the violence is. It's actually refreshing to see. Like, it's just I remember thinking about the first season.
Yeah.
Like, he's shattering people's arms, and
yeah, you get an arm break where you see the bone coming through and stuff. It's great, and it's like, especially when you consider what this all started around 2006, 2008. we've all aged up with it. We're all in our 30s now, so
Mm.
it makes sense that at least give us some content that is like more
Yeah.
adult inclined and stuff like that, which I think Daredevil does impressively well. In terms of the side characters, we'll get to Vincent. Like, there wasn't a lot of D'Onofrio in this one, but like
Yeah.
again, I feel as if we'll get like peaks and troughs with that, where there maybe will be a Kingpin heavy episode, and then it'll be more Daredevil centric and stuff. But the stuff we got with Kingpin was fantastic. I love the character that he is, and I love the stuff, because this is the thing I want to kind of lead into the Mr. Charles thing. Do you think that's his actual name?
No.
Oh, no.
Because like the way that he gets
they even
introduced,
that,
yeah, because when they introduce him and it's just like, oh, this is Mr. and it's D'Onofrio it's Kingpin that comes in and goes Charles, and he kind of names him and stuff. Where do we see that kind of dynamic between those two characters going? What are your theories?
That was my favorite part of the episode, because because this is the thing, right? How often do people speak to Kingpin like that? Like that guy that if he can speak to Kingpin like that, there's something about this fucker. Like he is somebody quite terrifying. If he has the balls to do that, then so that's why when I was watching that scene in particular, I was thinking, fuck, who do we have here? Who is this character? Who's he supposed to be? I'm wondering whether he actually is somebody from the comics that he's, also his identity's being hidden at the minute. With
I think there is a Mr. Charlie in the comimics.
Okay. Interesting.
He's definitely like CIA or something. I think they mentioned Langley.
Yeah.
But,
or Mr. Charles. I keep saying Mr. Charlie.
The thought, that there's some shadowy individual that wants to make use of a free port, from the CIA, and they're using Fisk, and he's happy to make money off of that and whatnot, and they're in cahoots. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I like it. And Matthew Lillard's obviously really good. I kept wanting him to say, "It's a scream, baby." I'm still holding out he's going to say it in the series, but he's great.
I've never seen the Scream films, so I've only ever seen Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. So I was like, I was blown away by his performance. I was like stunned by how good it was.
Can I just say as well, right? This is a big middle finger, and again, I love his movies and stuff, but this is a big middle finger to Tarantino. Tarantino came out and fucking had a go at Matthew Lillard, saying he's not a good actor and stuff like that. And there was a moment, I don't know if he was doing like a Comic-Con or he was doing some sort of talk in front of a big audience, and he talked about him and asked about it, and you could tell he's like, yeah, it hurts. Like, this is one of the fucking best working directors, and that's not, you don't want to hear that. And he's like, but I have my fans, and these are the people that I appreciate and tell and make me. But when you see him do that, I think Matthew Lillard's a fantastic actor. I think he's great. And as you say, like, to come into a role like this, where it is something is like dealing with a character like Fisk, where we've never seen anybody talk like that, and now I'm so excited to see where this character, because I've got theories. So if you watch New Rockstars, they talk about, like, there's a good 2 or 3 occasions where they focus in, he's wearing a ring, and like they're like, why? What is that? Is it like, and you can't really see what's on it. And he suggested, is it a Hydra ring? Is it this? Is it that? There's rumours that it could be Madripoor, because they are really trying to get the mutant saga at the forefront now for where we're going after Secret Wars and stuff like that. And Madripoor's obviously very heavily involved with mutants and stuff. We also see when the character first gets introduced, and he's sitting chatting when he's like, answer that phone call, and it's Val. Who obviously runs the new Avengers now and stuff. So he's in with these characters and stuff, and it's like in a world where you get Spider-Mans and Thors, and you get these otherworldly superheroes and stuff. To me, I love when you get a Nick Fury, when you get just a normal very similar to Cecil and Invincible, where he's somebody that's moving all the chess pieces, and Mr. Charles seems like this kind of character, and Matthew Lillard is doing such a good job having this fucking presence to make maybe not feel small, but slightly shrink Fisk.
I get a kind of evil Agent Coulson vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like such a long time ago just saying that name, Agent Coulson, since he was ever part of anything.
I really liked Agents of Shield, the TV show. So I watched the whole thing. I actually really enjoyed it. It was never
really liked it, but
it was never granted, you know, canon until recently. I don't know if it got granted canon recently. But it was I liked it.
Ghost Rider and stuff in that though.
Yeah, Ghost Rider was in it.
Speaking of Ghost Rider, you see who's been in talks to play Ghost Rider?
Not Gosling again, is it? That's been rumored for a while. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if he'll do it.
About it again.
Oh,
he's talking about it again.
Does he want to do it? Does he want to do it?
Well, he's not. Well, I don't know if it's like I want to be Ghost Rider, but I'm fucking put a bag of money in front of him. I'm sure he would do it. I think it'd be great. I love Gosling. I'd love to see him in the MCU. Good. But yeah, so we're obviously seeing this. We're seeing the kind of theme of this is obviously like Daredevil, Karen on the run. We're seeing Karen obviously have got the wigs and she's got her informants and stuff. She talks about her informant is someone called Jess. People are obviously assuming that's going to be Jessica Jones because we know Jessica Jones is going to be returning in this series as well. Yeah. Where do we kind of see the series going in terms of like where it's leading to?
I think there's very much gonna be, because I remember in the first season, BB's taking all these videos, you know, and it's getting a sense of what New York is. Yeah. And we got that at the start of this episode, and I really like that. And it's kind of like her propaganda video. Yeah. And then you notice the fuck Fisk in the background. Yeah. And like the guys saying, "Oh wow, it's so much better to live here now." So I reckon there's gonna be this theme of like taking our city back for you. The people, you know, and and we're so I think you're probably gonna find there'll be heroes standing up, you know, to You'll get superheroes standing up to supervillains. You'll get heroes standing up to villains, and you'll get the common folk standing up to bullies. Like, is I think what this kind of thing, and they'll be taking back our city. So I think you're gonna have this whole stuff with Fisk reach a crescendo. And then they're gonna have enough, and they'll have basically raise an army and fight.
So here's the question I want to ask on that, right? So because from where we are to where we get to, so there's a point where we see that the whole theme of what Fisk is he wants no more vigilantes. Vigilantes is like I think it's like death penalty or whatever it was. That basically bad news if you're a vigilante. Daredevil's on the run. Anybody that associates or helps vigilantes are also on the run and that kind of stuff. And you see that with Karen, and you see that with Matt Murdock and stuff. The thing I want to kind of say is, like, by the time we get to Spider-Man Brand New Day, we see him getting the key to the city, and it's the assistant to Fisk, the woman that's giving him the key. So to me, I'm like, right, where do we think we go in between that? But like, there's going to be some monumental shifts, and for everything that it seems like is like, was it the FBI that came in to question Fisk going, or whoever it was, the Attorney General or whatever it was, being like, you can't do this. You've got no fucking like overriding power to be able to take these steps. Like, we get what you're doing, but you can't do that. One call from Val, and the guy was like, yeah, we appreciate what you're doing. Keep up the good work and all that stuff. So, like, I know you're saying that you want to keep it set, or you want Charlie Cox and Daredevil to be kept separate from all this stuff, Paul. But, like, to me, I'm going, everything is starting to really entwine, which is what I'm really excited about, because I feel as if the stuff prior to this hasn't been doing that. So to be seeing Val's name coming up and seeing how influential she's going to be with Fisk, I'm so intrigued.
Look, I get it. Like, we're gonna try and connect this all up and make it all one big happy story, but we got that a little bit, like smidgens, like obviously maybe not as connected. With the original series, you know, they would throw mentions to the green guy, the god, you know, whatever. Yeah. And so I would be happy enough anyway, if the series on appearance stands alone, and then it's like right at the end we get the thing that connects it, and you know, they maybe address it at the start of Brand New Day or something, but it kind of stands on its own, if you know what I mean.
I think it will do that. I think it's going to be very much, this is Daredevil series. You're not going to get fucking Hulk turning up, or you're not going to, it's Daredevil series. I think, if anything, you're going to get these characters going into movies more than anything. But when you get your series, it's all that. But the one thing I do like, though, is it makes sense politically that you've got the mayor of New York, and I said the mayor of London, mayor of New York is causing all these issues and talking about vigilantes and this, that, and the other thing. So it would make sense that the politician that's running the New Avengers would have something to say, but at the same time, it felt like the New Avengers were kind of in charge of her. So why would they be okay with Fisk doing the stuff that they're doing? And I don't know. I'm so intrigued to see where they take it.
Well, I just actually, you do bring up a good point. Because I was thinking about Punisher, and then he's obviously got his movie. So I think we can expect from that sort of mini movie of Punisher that we'll get similar levels of violence that we're seeing here, if not more.
100%.
How do you feel about him then turning up in Brand New Day and he's like punching people and they're falling down gently to the floor?
I'm telling you this.
He puts them in a sleeper hold and he gently caresses them to sleep as they fall.
I get not to self plug. Go watch the breakdown because we talk about this as well. I think I like that you are crossing these boundaries with people like Punisher. That some of the stuff I seen a clip today from, I think it was season 2 of Punisher, where there's a point where a girl shoots a guy and she's like hyper and she's like, oh my god, I killed him, and he goes, no. I killed him. And it's just to calm her down, but he's just turned around and shot her like that. Like, you don't see him do it. You see him turn around and shoot. You don't see the blood or you don't see it. So there are ways of showing that he is that bigger level of violence without showing it. But I love the fact that there's a small snippet in the trailer where he goes to say motherfucker and Spidey just webs his mouth and he's like, go home. That's the shit you get in the comics. Is Spider-Man is almost the same as Captain America. Oh, by gum, I'll give it my best shot. Whereas you've got people that like Frank Castles that's like, no, fuck this fool, and then they shoot. Like, I like it as long as you do it in the sense where you don't dilute the character. But there are ways of keeping him at that same level of violence and concentration without showing us the gore and violence that we maybe get in a Punisher series or in a Daredevil series. I trust them with what they're doing. You've seen it already with Daredevil. We got Daredevil in No Way Home. It was a lovely little cameo. Personally, if you ask me now, I think we're going to get him in. I think we're going to get him in Brand New Day, but that's just me. But I think they know what they're doing. I'm very confident that they've got this story planned out well, and I just like that it intertwines to the point of, like, as I say, if you had all this politics going, it makes it like, what, obviously Val would have a say, like that. Like, that's just logical. So I would feel as if, like, wait, what's missing? Or why is this missing?
We can't underestimate Val herself as well as a character. Like, just because the New Avengers are in charge of her, she could still be doing some shady stuff on the DL, to keep herself kind of ticking over. Like, that's could be something like that going on. It's
a really good point as well, because at the end of Thunderbolts, where they do the after credit, and they're like, "Oh, we've been told that there's this policy that why are we not getting told about it? We're the Avengers." Like, so, like, you're going, like, who's keeping them out? Like, this is the thing that makes me sad but excited at the same time. We've been getting movie after movie and nothing seems to interconnect and stuff. We don't know who the Avengers are. We know who the New Avengers are. We don't know who Sam's Avengers are. And there's things happening where I'm like, yeah, well, I want to know what the fuck, like, why? Where are we go? And I'm starting to feel like they're doing that again, which is great.
I think it's very smart of them to do what they're doing in terms of they're doing Daredevil into Punisher into Spider-Man. It's all New York based. It's a nice way of getting that interconnectedness back into the MCU. I think it's very, 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 very smart. And at last they're doing something intelligent with their scheduling. And it means that we can hopefully get that what made the MCU fun in the beginning with Phase 1, 2, and 3. It was going somewhere. We felt it was going somewhere, and I think that we'll hopefully get that for Doomsday as well by the end of Brand New Day.
Love that. Paul, did you have something to say at this point?
That
wasn't me being wide. It was just there was a couple of times you came in to say something. I wasn't trying to be cheeky there.
Go on, Paul.
I think
Anything to say, Paul?
anything to say now. For those of you who are just listening, I was just given the finger.
By Craig, not me.
By Craig Andrew Mooney.
Yeah.
How dare you? I wouldn't do such a thing.
I think I do agree. Like, it's the Daredevil to Punisher to the movie. Sure, I'm hoping that we don't get diluted too much. Is all I'm saying. And I don't want to see a Hulk or something turn up or something. I like this.
He's turning up, mate. He's turning up. I'm telling you, now he is. He's turning up.
Even you know, like I don't know, just like
You fuck my cousin.
That would be so good, actually. But again,
I mean, he's not. Sorry, he's not. Let me make this sure. He's not turning up in Daredevil. He's turning up somewhere else. Yes. I just realised I said that. He's not turning up in Daredevil. He's turning up somewhere else.
Yeah, we do something with Spider-Man. Yeah.
See, and that's already too close for my liking. I like this
being its own
box.
thing. But I think we are going to get that story. So, like the other things that we haven't really touched on, which we'll round up to finish off. We kind of mentioned that the therapist that he was with before is now working for Fisk and working for Fisk's lawyer, who, by the way, had a lovely other wee kind of small part in this. I love the lawyer who went into Matt Murdock's firm and was trying to kind of stronghand them and stuff. Loved that interaction between. I'm going to get the other character's name. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Her name is not Receptionist. That's it. Is it Kirsten McDuffie? I think it's Kirsten McDuffie. I could be wrong.
Yeah, because I think it's Murdoch and McDuffie, isn't it? That's
so Kirsten McDuffie and District Attorney Hochberg. Their little interaction where they were like, she's like, mate, fuck you. I'll see you and go. I loved all that. That's where I agree with you, Craig, in terms of the lawyer stuff. I do really like that. But there's also the therapist is seeing.
The artist, the
Muse.
Is it
Muse? Well done. Yes, he's seeing Muse. She's seeing Muse and stuff. I'm interested because in the comics she goes
a costume too good to not be brought back. You know that. I'm pretty sure that's why they've done it. Like, just him standing there is like, let's take another look at the costume.
See when I think back on that season one. See the stuff with Muse. See the way it was shot. He was terrifying. It was so good, mate. The Daredevil's
that fight with him and Muse. I remember us popping up about that at the time.
Yeah,
it was insane.
I'm going to say something that might be controversial because like Loki is fantastic, right? But I think, and again, Daredevil had a step up because it had 3 previous seasons on Netflix. But I think I think it might be the best series. I think it's so good. Some of the characters, the choreography, the fight style, Charlie Cox, it's all really, really good. But yeah, that's the other stuff. And then the other thing that we didn't talk about is the final fight where, again, the aspect ratio stuff that they do when he's listening intently and it gets like smaller.
Yeah,
and then when he comes out
good.
of it, it's really good. So when he's listening to his partner, I'm going to get his name up as well now if I can find him. Is it Cherry? I think it's Cherry. Could be wrong. Yeah, Cherry Johnson. When he's having like what is suspected to be a heart attack. That could be wrong. It might not be Cherry Johnson. Who knows? Regardless, anyway, when that character's having his heart attack in the chair. And you can see him kind of fighting, and it's that I like that they played on Foggy dying.
Yeah.
And he listened to this guy's heartbeat, and that's the moment of hesitation where the not ICE agents are managing to batter fuck out of him. And I panicked at that point. I'm like, how the fuck is he getting out of this? Like, because they get his mask off. Holy fuck, that's Matt Murdock. And I'm like,
that's a great scene in and of itself.
Oh,
just watching him being unmasked, you know.
Yeah.
The whole, they just pulling it off like that. Because that's something you don't get an awful lot unless it's like a Wilson Fisk or something. But these are just cops, you know.
100%. And what I loved about this, though, is it leans into the violence of what Daredevil is. Because at that point, I'm like, well, they all need to die, or we're going down an aspect where everybody knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. And then Q... perfectly timed, which I thought were bullets, but it weren't. It was all knives. Bullseye just fucking... And then the last one, right in front of his face. Like, that character as well, I'm so glad he's still in it. I'm so glad they brought him back. He is utterly fantastic, and it ends with the knife, "You're welcome." So at this point, do you get excited at the fact of, at the end of season 1, he was putting a team together to fight Fisk? Does this mean Bullseye is going to be one of these reluctant adversaries that's going to join Daredevil's team and stuff like that? Like, fuck yeah! Like, I am so excited.
You know
for the
what
rest
I
of
think?
This season.
You know where I think this is going to go, and I'm going to call it now. I think we're going to have a proper battle for New York, as in like a mini Avengers Endgame style. 2 factions running at each other, like the not ICE agents and Fisk going one way, and
the
then
airport scene.
Yeah, and like that this kind of standoff and running. I think that's what's going to happen in the middle of New York City.
Sure.
That's what I think is going to happen at the end.
If you're not already aware that I'm excited about this, the news of what's happening next week is getting me even more excited, because next week we get 2 episodes.
Ooh. Do we?
Episodes 2 and 3. I sent the release schedule. Okay. Episodes 2 and episodes 3 drop next week. I cannot wait to see, and there must be a reason for that. And the fun thing as well, and again, they are so good at doing the old like advertising and stuff. There's I can't remember who interviewed them, but somebody interviewed Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio together, and they're like, "What episode are you excited for everyone to see?" And they're like, "The last 2." And that's all they had to say, and I was just like, why? And they have built this series up. They're like, I think we've topped this, and I think this is great. I will be surprised of the 4 series that we're doing all together just now: Invincible, Daredevil, Maul, and The Boys. I will be surprised if anything beats this, because so far what we've got, buzzing. And I think the standard is going to be just the best, because it's just the showrunners and the writers and the performer, the actors, everybody. It's just everything. I have no complaints about this show.
I think and I think when it comes to the boys, I'm looking for like a nice recovery kind of finish, because I think it's sort of went down a bit. I think with Maul, as long as I get like some
lightsabers,
good stuff in it, like
lightsabers.
If I get some good stuff and a genuinely good story, that could be enough, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't. And Invincible's always good, but for me, it's always. Don't get me wrong, it's like great animation, but it doesn't hit.
It's quite jarring.
With something like this, you know, like I connect with this so much more, and so I think this will be my favorite out of the 4, unless something, you know, mental like bad happens. But
we're in for a treat. If it's not your favorite, that means something else is fucking excelled, which is great news, because we're more than happy if something beats this.
That's not Paul's metric. Paul's metric's the other way. It's if Daredevil is shit, something else will get you.
Right, yeah, that's fair.
You know,
that's a good point.
That's
a good point. Well, we're only one episode in.
Shit.
We're only one episode in, and Paul is very much on the positive train. Choo choo, motherfucker.
Choo-choo.
Let us know your thoughts on Daredevil. Let us know all the theories and all your guesses for what's to come. What were your favourite parts? Are you a red suit guy? Are you a black suit guy? Just quickly, guys, what do we prefer? Red, black suit? Black suit.
A red suit, certainly.
Fair. I'm gonna go with the black. I like the black double D. I think it's cool as fuck. But yeah, get in the comment section. Let us know what you thought of Daredevil. What grew up. Let us know what you grew up.
Sorry, that was just where my
you're either laughing at boobs or it's like a penis joke. You've absolutely thrown me there. Yeah. Talk to us in the comments. Do you like double D's on your black chest? Let me know. Either way, we are With Mates Podcast. Make sure you're following us on TikTok. We might be back next week. If not, I'll be definitely doing TikToks on the next 2 episodes. So if we're not on YouTube, we'll be on TikTok. We will make posts and we will let you know all that good stuff. If you've not already checked out our Spider-Man trailer breakdown, check out the fantasy movie draft, and keep your eyes and ears peeled for everything else that we'll be posting up. This week we're doing Daredevil, and we're doing Hail Mary Project, and we will have Project Hail Mary, and we will have a catch-up. So that is everything that's coming to YouTube this week and next week. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow us along, he's at Craig Andrew Mooney. He's at Spirit Story. I am at AndAlf the Grey. but follow the podcast at WithMatesPod because we've got some exciting stuff coming up, let me tell you. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Latest on the main G.
All aboard the Smack Express. Toot toot. Choo choo.
Choo choo, motherfucker.